Hey guys, we are here with Redeem Yourself, the podcast, and we're going to do live Instagram stories. Not even stories, we're getting right into it. I'm going to start with some daily reflections once my brother Jarrod gets on the phone. Hi guys, yay! We're coming into this 4th of July weekend. We're going to come in hot. Hi Josh. Hi Blake. Hi Louie. I love you guys. Let's do this. I'm so excited. Thank you for being here. Breast implant. We're going to talk about that. I might have to go back in and remove more stuff, and that could be a problem why I'm feeling the way I feel, but that's my girl in Canada. We're all here. You guys, does everyone know? Here's Strength in Time. Where is my Redeem Yourself? We are going live. There he is. Oh, yeah. It's 12 p.m. Josh, you're up.
Yo.
Hi, brother man.
What's happening?
I'm sorry. I had a plan to wear that hoodie. Step back so we can see it, please.
All right.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's one of the greatest hoodies ever.
I agree.
And so I'm not wearing it only. Oh, Al Patty just joined. We got a big group here, you and I.
Awesome. Look, you're gonna have to read the comments to me because my eyes aren't as good as yours.
Oh, because I'm gonna send you some of these.
Yeah, go ahead.
Strength in Time. Your family's all in the house, and I did bring some daily reflections if and when we need it.
Solid. Shoot, I would like to hear one now. What you got?
Oh, okay. What you got? See how my brother does it? Today is the 2nd, or is it the 1st?
The 2nd.
I love you. See? I don't even know. Hold on, Jarrod. Please introduce yourself.
Oh my goodness. Do we start with the introduction?
I don't know. Do you want me to read and then we go back?
Go ahead and read. Let's just rock it that way. I'm cool with it.
Okay. Here we go. July 2nd. The heart of true sobriety. We find that no one need have difficulty with the spirituality of the program. Willingness, honesty, and open-mindedness are the essentials of recovery, but these are indispensable. Am I honest enough to accept myself as I am? I'm going to cry and let this be the me that I let others see. Do I have the willingness to go to any length to do whatever is necessary to stay sober? Do I have the open-mindedness to hear what I have to hear? To hear what I have to hear, to think what I have to think, and to feel what I have to feel? If my answer to all these questions is yes, I know enough about the spirituality of the program to stay sober. As I continue to work the 12 steps and move on, this is if you're doing a 12-step program, of course. As I continue to work the 12 steps, I move on to the heart of true sobriety. Serenity with myself, with others, and with God, as I understand him.
I like it. What a way to start.
Right?
What a way to start.
There is a beautiful being right behind you.
Oh, you see her sneaking around.
Oh.
That was Saxton.
Okay, that's the greatest name ever.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
And is it, sorry, but he or she is so fucking cute.
Yeah, that's baby girl.
Okay, tell her I love her.
And Steph, Eden said she loves you. And Steph, good job.
Girl.
We are here. We are here.
We are finally here together.
Lou got in a while.
I know. And to see you, well, I told you before it was what, a couple weeks that I was kind of in my hibernation and you always just gave me the Eden, take your time, relax, rest, do you. And I would watch you and I'm like, God, my sober brother is living.
Listen, 100%. Nothing else moves unless we are well. And, that was my first goal ever since we connected, was to sit back and let you get into your best self. You know what I'm saying? Like, health is the line of everything for humans as beings. So if we can't be well, then what can we do?
And how much do you
What
feel?
you what'd you say?
How much of your mindset plays a part in being healthy?
Oh, all of it. All of it. All of it. It starts in the mind and the heart, you know. I try to instill that into the kids now, man. Nothing moves without you putting it into your mind first, right? That's like the basis of everything in life. I was joking with my son earlier, and he was going over some of his goals. And I was like, man, whatever you put your mind to, you can do. And he picked up a sock. And I was like, yeah, somebody had to think about making a sock. Like, it's as simple as that. So we break it all down.
Oh, I love you, beautiful.
She was
Oh,
watching on her mama's phone.
I can't wait to hug and kiss Mama. Katie's in the house, so we
Yo,
do have
yo,
a
what's up, everybody?
Jared, we have a huge sober community, or sober curious, or just holding space for us,
I
or where
love
they're
it.
at in their life, whatever that looks like to them. And we are going into 4th of July weekend, and that's a big one. And I know that you had mentioned a couple things, and I don't know. Well, I know you, so I know that.
Oh no, it froze.
I need to turn that off. It's time for you to share. That's okay.
Yeah,
You can love my glasses. I will post about them after because they are the bomb. Thank you.
yeah, those glasses are fly.
I'm gonna let you take it away, and I'm gonna hold space and be present because you are a rock for so many of us.
Yeah.
And go.
Listen, I greatly appreciate it. I thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedule to, let's link in and try to help people,
Weekly,
you know,
watch weekly, and
weekly.
we'll get to the fact that we're doing our book club, and you guys, it's starting next week. We'll post about it, and everyone's so excited to reread the 4 agreements. It's wow, who knew?
No doubt, no doubt. Well, to everyone that's watching and listening in, my name is Jarrod. I am a person in long-term recovery, which just means that I have remained sober and refrained from any mind-altering substances for 7, almost 8 years. I have 8 years, God willing, on August 16th of this year. So we getting close. We getting close. Um, and like you said, Eden, it is July 4th weekend, which I know in my active addiction, it was one of the biggest party weekends. Like we all look forward to it. And something hit me, right? For those that are sober curious or in that space where they're trying to make that decision, that also this weekend is like a big eye-opening moment that didn't really shift anything for me, oddly enough. I was 19, and it was my first experience of losing a close friend of mine to alcohol and drugs. You know what I mean? And like now I don't know if I ever truly grieved properly. You know what I'm saying? Like we had this family that moved here, and I don't think they meant any harm, but we were kids, right? But they would supply us with like everything we wanted and everything we needed to to party hard, right? Because that was all we thought about. And beach week was the weekend leading up to July 4th for all the high schools over here in Richmond. So a bunch of us went down to Myrtle Beach, rented a house, filled the fridge with, beer and whatnot. And I remember getting a call, like all of us simultaneously in the house at like 2 o'clock in the morning. Our phones started blowing up. And by the time I woke up, I was like, damn, we must have missed a hell of a party at home. Like, what went down last night? We never, really thought about it. And then one of my homeboys, I finally got in touch with him, and he was like, man, Matt's dead. God bless his soul. And I was kind of like, man, what do you mean? Like, we 19, we at that age where we live forever. We invincible, jumping off of cliffs and running wild. Like, what do you mean? And that thing struck me so hard. Like, we ended up leaving. Like, we left Myrtle Beach, drove back home, and we all sat around, and still don't really know if I ever really grasped it, because we all went right back to the same thing. And like, in his honor, it was to like go get drunk again. You know what I'm saying?
Like that, right. It was another reason to just kind of
numb that pain.
Hey, stop, please. Yeah.
Yeah. So now it's like you moving on into this weekend.
Gracie.
It's all good. Look, they're excited too. They listening in.
They are. I know. But Gracie, we're really we're going there. So let's stop it. Yeah, there you go.
And yeah, it's like it's probably the first time since 2004 that I've sat back and been like, damn, we really did make an impact in a truly negative way. And I don't know if any of us ever really grieved any of that stuff. And that's why this whole redeem yourself movement, we have these conversations, like it's moments like that to where I have to get back and change that narrative around how I choose to operate now. So it's like looking into this weekend.
I'm going to go outside while they keep barking, but I just want to, before you go on, say I'm sorry for your loss. Like I get it. I know it. And I'll grieve, with you.
No doubt. I appreciate it.
So to today
we here, and it's conversation and moments like that, like I reflect on,
right.
Like I can't completely let them go because it's a part of me. And the dude was so kind-spirited and like fun, loving, like all of these. And now I truly know about that suffering and silence piece. Like I don't really know what he was going through. So now looking into this weekend, I think this is an amazing way to start it on a Friday afternoon in your time, Friday evening on my time, where I would have been loading up to not sleep for a couple of days and miss work Tuesday through Friday, right? You know what I mean?
And to think it was like, woo, I'm going to get laid. I'm going to flirt with this girl. I mean, I don't know if you were married to Steph, but I don't think you were yet. But I'm going to,
No, not then. I was wild.
You were, yeah. It was like to think that like life was, oh my God, this weekend's going to be fucking amazing. Like what? And preparing yourself like, okay, I'm going to be hungover. So I'm going to get the Tylenol out. I'll get the Advil. Tomorrow morning, I'll probably need like the B12. I got to probably eat the, the fries and like what?
Nah, check this out. You were way more prepared. I didn't have none of that shit. Like I don't.
That's over here and fucking.
Nah, fam. You were prepared. It sounded like you had the pack ready to go. No. It was just you go and figure out that part later.
Oh my God, I love you.
Oh, it's reciprocated for sure.
Oh, so you would just sort of just run into the wild.
Yeah, it was never a plan, I think the one plan on our mind was find the spot, get the location, do what we had to do, wherever it ended up after that. We probably could have made that Project X movie where they threw the big house party. We probably could have made that movie several times, and it's just so wild, man. And I can't do nothing but thank the man upstairs that I'm here today, because there's so many instances, like, going back to the conversation that started about my friend, where that could have and should have been me, So it's a blessing. It's a blessing to sit here, start the weekend with this conversation, and looking forward to truly making an impact to others.
You have me smiling. You have me, my heart's feeling. I want to cry. I want to share with everybody. And of course, everyone's laughing like, wait, that's what I was thinking. Who prepares for hangovers? What do you mean? I do. Any good alcoholic would prepare for a hangover. I mean, right. So I'm an alcoholic, and I'll be, I'm 8+ years sober. I have 9 years in December, but 8, so whatever that is. And, so grateful. And yes, I did prepare for my hangovers. I would set my Tylenol by my bed. I would make sure a full glass of water. Do people not do this?
Yo, hell no.
Okay, it gets better. So I would make sure that I had a full glass of water, And I'm on, duh, those of you that take antidepressants, Lou Goddess is understanding me. I took 5 milligrams of Lexapro since my sister overdosed from drugs and alcohol. So I would set that by my bed to make sure that I had my Lexapro. Hopefully I didn't get to the Ativan for my anxiety because that would be a mess. And I would make sure it was there with my Tylenol and maybe a banana, depending on like the cramping in my hands from the lack of potassium. Come on. This is what you had to do. So there was only, you know, so much. I mean, I have a better story if anyone really wants me to go there one day. But I mean, in all actuality, we can joke about it because we do have time, because there is strength in time, because
100%.
we're sitting here and we have lost our best friends and we have lost our family members, and you have, I don't want to say your stories. So, you know, we've gone through it in our own ways, and maybe on this side of the hill, I prep for my hangovers.
Yeah, at least you know you were prepared for the struggle, and that's what we built for, right?
I mean, if you're gonna do it, you might as well, you know, do it right. Shit. But the point is, on that note, just don't do it. Why do it? Why? Like, where are you at today? You know, we get to go into 4th of July weekend, and what? Tell me your side.
Shit, you want to know what I'm doing?
Yeah, I want to.
Look, absolutely nothing.
Yeah, baby.
I will be, I think, the highlight of this weekend, you know, if I want to get like super involved, it's just being present in the moment, right? You know, remaining grounded, still being thankful that I'm still here, counting my blessings, and just being there for my family, watching, you know, the smile on my daughter's face. You know, my sons just went back to their mother's house today. So unfortunately, I won't be spending 4th of July with them. But, you know, Steph, I, and baby girl will let her watch some fireworks, maybe hit the beach, cook out, like the little things. And
the little things that are monumental.
So important, yeah.
And they feel good, right? Like,
they feel amazing.
And I do know that you probably will be listening, Stephanie, please make sure, to a book on tape. Mm-hmm. A new audio, right?
Yeah.
I'll be doing that with you.
Yeah, for sure. The 4 agreements. We're going to rock that.
I mean, like, honestly, what you just said puts the biggest smile on my face, because what else do you have to do? Like, that's a beautiful life. Whereas chasing the fun and the energy and thinking that like it comes in a bottle or a pill or anything else, that even a piece of pizza, okay, 4 pieces of pizza, maybe one's fine. But chasing that, it's like what you just said, God, it's just blissful. It's peaceful. It's Louise is in the house.
I see a lot of people, and I apologize because I cannot read none of that.
Give a little love. We're going to get him glasses, guys. Don't you worry. Every Friday, he will not seeing your Scrappy's clapping. She might be a friend. I really need to hear this now. Oh, Scrappy!
What's up,
the real Suzanne said, I really need to hear this now. I have a broken ankle, and a hurricane is coming into Miami. Suzanne, sister, you can go live with us. You gotta just chill, get a good book. Are you joining our book club next week?
Yeah, tap in. The book club, I think, would be amazing. Pass the time and learn something.
Yeah, and just, I mean, I guess wait, hold on, how do I get this down so I can see you? There we go. Jarrod, you know I'm retarded when it comes to that's the best part about sobriety. Let's talk about it. Like, we're sitting here, it's a Friday afternoon. We got our I got 2 dogs. I kicked the kids out, but I'm prepping for a night to do nothing.
Yeah, I mean, that's, so what does your holiday weekend look like?
Well, Jarrod, I did. I prepped for greatness because I just wanted to feel good on my skin, because I haven't been able to, this is the truth, because I've been suffering, okay? Suffering, not in silence, because I get to talk to you and a few other people, because I've got something going on with my health, but it's my mindset, and I'm in a really good place, so I'm good. But I wanted a spray tan, because I want to have some of my brother Jarrod's color in me. So
hey, look.
I went, and I got my spray tan, and this is the set of my weekend. Even though I might be alone, I don't care. I wanted to like just look, this is my weekend.
That view is what I'm missing. I just need you to take that picture and just send me the photo so I can put it on my window and I can make believe like, yo, I'm sitting there.
You know I will, and I'll FaceTime you, the two of you, and I'll be like, guys, all you need to do is close your eyes, and you're right there.
100%. 100%.
Yeah. So that's it. I mean, it does get a little more excited. I do have, these are the things that, like, you know, whereas before I would have been like, no, see ya, I'm going out, drink, you know, you can imagine.
Yeah, all of that, yeah.
Whoa. So my brother's coming into town. I was just in Boston visiting him. He's coming into town, and we're going to go on Sunday we're having a family dinner Saturday night. Like, first of all, how did I get here, Jarrod?
We're just talking about your weekend.
I know, but like, what? You would never think that this was coming from the girl who was prepping to get really fucked up. Now I'm like, oh my God, I just got a spray tan, and I'm going to sit under the fucking palm tree and read my book with my brother, man, and go to a family dinner? What?
And that sounds awesome.
Right? It's really the simple things that matter. And I love that time. I love these moments. I love not having to not be me and say all those things, like that post we shared, say all those things that you only can say when you're really intoxicated.
Right.
Or only go talk to that guy or that girl, or only go tell, someone that broke your heart, and not in a male female way, but that you're having these feelings because you have liquid courage. Fuck that. Sorry.
Nah.
Right?
Yeah, 100%. And that, for me, I get to be my truest self, and that was part of like addiction and all of that. Like, I didn't know who I was. That little boy, I call it little boy syndrome. I felt like I always had to protect him. So I was chasing all of these things that I thought I wanted and needed. And the whole time it was somebody inside of me. Like, I could feel him like, let me out. Like, I'm in there now. This is me. I finally found who I am, and I walk in that daily, and it feels damn good. And these times, right, when you talk about the lack of their like craziness, and we're in these present times, that's the most expensive asset we can have is time, and I wasted so much of it. Like, we used to call it time traveling, like getting out and not remembering anything. So now these precious moments in time, like, I just like creating memories, all of it. Like, I cherish it down to the milliseconds. Like, I need all of my time now.
And you really get to be, and you really strive and get to be present in every moment, every single
100%.
moment.
100%.
And when you were talking about that and the little boy, like your boy syndrome, and I flashed to see your daughter behind you, and I just wanted to fucking cry, lose it. But the moment where you, I bet, look at her and see the little you in this beautiful young girl, and thank God, to whatever that means to each and every one of you, thank God that she's behind you, that you're leading the way. Right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, hell yeah.
She never has to necessarily go through this. And trust me, I go through things with my kids, and about it.
Yeah, we talk.
Yeah. And that's not always easy to watch.
It's not. And I think we were speaking about, my youngest son, right? Like, that little boy, it'll break my heart, sometimes, man, because I know how talented and gifted and loving he truly is. And our times, he's like my little best friend. He is a little me, except his work ethic and his mindset is way beyond where I was at 7 or 8 years old, right? Like, he's got dreams, he's got goals, he's got things that I wasn't even thinking of. And so when he would get upset and these depressive moments would hit, and I would think like, man, like, Do you even know what any of that stuff means? Like, you're saying a lot of stuff, but I don't think you grasp it. Uh, so I'm happy that I am present to be here, because when he was a month old, you know, I was so gone that I tried to take my own life, and he was just a baby. And I thank God that I am still here, because I wouldn't be able to groom these young men and these younger women that we have, and now my daughter, and really feel like I'm fulfilling my life's purpose, right? Like, I wanted to check out completely, like all the way.
And don't you think you're not alone in that?
Nah, and that's redeem yourself, you know? Redeem yourself. It's a lot of things. As I kick back now, my mind is racing. So I'm like, damn, this was deeper than I thought, because it is taking me back. And I know it's a lot of people, you know, hopefully whoever's watching or intends to watch or listen to this later, whatever platform it finds itself on. Like, I prayed before we touch this, and I pray that it truly reaches who it's intended to, you know, because it's somebody that's in that space right now that fell back and look at life as this dim and dark place, because everything seems to be crushing down on them in a moment, and they can't see out of that. And that was me. You know, my life wasn't that bad, but for me, it felt like I was never gonna be shit. I was living at my parents' house, sleeping on the sofa. You know, that was like a terrible spot to be, because it wasn't, I didn't have the best relationship with them. Uh, yeah. And I couldn't see it. I'm a felon, so nobody wanted to hire me. You know, that laundry list just kept growing and growing and growing, and the pressure was piling on. And I was like, you know what? If this is what I'm here for, you gotta get me the hell out of here, because I didn't sign up for this, boss. And you know, God spoke to me that morning and said, "Hey, bro, this is your second chance at life. Like, let's make sure you get it right." And I ain't looked back since. You know, I tear up thinking about that, and I've probably told that story a million times.
And we could hear it a million more. Because even Louise said, "So happy you're here, friend." Like, I think when
100%.
not just, you know, Steph and the kids, and like, you impact so many people's lives, and even just how we met on the strangest, I mean, I guess it's happening more and more, but had I not met you, Jarrod, and it's been maybe 6, I don't know how many months, and yet you
It's been a
are one
while.
of my long lost, like, spiritual brothers. Had I not met you, then so many things I wouldn't have learned too. And so I guess I'm being selfish. Like, thank fucking God you are here, and thank God the universe took care of you and that you listened, you know?
No doubt, no doubt. You know, it's all energy, and when you tap into that, it it's never lied to me. And I think from the moment that we started talking, it was an instant connection,
On
right?
Clubhouse. Kathy asked how we met. We met in a sobriety room on Clubhouse.
You know what's so wild about that? And I don't even think I told you. I
Hmm.
was getting Saxton in the bathtub that night, and I had my phone like way across the room and had one AirPod in, and I just heard somebody mention hoodie, right? So I just thought, I'm like, maybe they talked about me, so I mic clapped and really didn't catch on until like afterwards I checked the IG and I was like, oh shit, she was talking to me. Like, and then we, you know what I'm saying? The conversation just grew from there, but it was an instant connection that just was thrust into the light. Like, it had to happen.
That beyond, it was scrappy Clubhouse homies. It had it, and you said hoodie. You heard hoodie, and so that's how it started. This whole connection was based around the collective unconscious, or wearing your thoughts. Like, we made this. Jarrod made this. And we co-created it, and it's redeem yourself. And what did that mean? We sat, and yeah, and he gets to wear that out. I get to wear that out. We get to, you know, create that thought in somebody's mind. Like, what does that mean?
or someone come up to you, that's an awesome sweatshirt. Imagine if a guy walked up to you and maybe he just got sober a month ago and he said, what does that mean, dude? And you sat down and literally just shared your story, who you are,
Right.
because of your hoodie. And his whole life from this moment on gets to change. Or someone who's about to go drinking tonight that's going to get fucked up, and God forbid that car accident. I don't even want to put it out there. But
right.
because you're wearing this hoodie and you're walking in the streets, that guy says something and that guy's life is forever changed. What?
And that's a beautiful way to think about it. And it did. You know, when you hit me, you said, yeah, let's open up the conversation for the collective minds. And I'm like, yo, this lady is smart as shit. And you know what I'm saying? I didn't know who you were. I didn't know nothing about you. So it was so genuine and pure. And what it reminded me of, and still reminds me of, is those relationships that you make as kids, right? Because when you're a child, the only thing you have in common is being a kid. Hey, you want to go shoot basketball? Sure. Right? Like, that's it. You know what I'm saying? And that's how that happened. And it's just been so pure, so genuine that we can have these talks and have these conversations on growth and impacting people starting over a sweatshirt, right? Because that opens the conversation for you to be like, well, damn, man, if you did that, I can do that.
Because you, at Strength in Time and family, you had this hoodie and it resonated, and you were creating hoodies, you're speaking, you're sending the vibe. I was like, dude, he's doing what I want to do. I love this guy, and he's sober. He's my brother from like another mother and father. Like, I fucking love him.
We here.
And then I bought it, and we started to talk, and you said, you know what, if there's anything I can do for you to support me, I'm like, support you. I did the right thing. Like, I love you. I don't know you, but I love you, and we're speaking the same language here. And I was like, did he just say is there anything I can do for you? And you know me, back in the day, Jarrod, you might have been one of the first people that I was like, I called back. I said, no, I'm good. Thank you. And I go, you know what? Actually, there is. And
boom.
By you asking, by me receiving, by me saying yes, instead of like, no, dude, I got this. You know, I'm going to go out and do like a and be back tomorrow. We'll talk about it another day.
Well, I'm glad we passed that, right?
Can you just make sure I get picked up off the curb and get me home? And then I'll ask you like in a week from now and say thank you. Not laughing. Well, yeah, you know what? I am laughing only because I'm here, but it's not a joke. And so for anyone that is listening, that is really present and needing to hear any message or Jarrod's story, or just even reach out if anything comes your way that you feel like, whoa, I need a lifeline, I need a help, I need a hi, I need a hug, I need virtual, like, whatever it is, connection.
Whatever it is.
We are always here, and we're creating this conversation starting today, every week, because it's a Friday, and because we used to go out and we were like, it's fucking Friday. Granted, I was drunk every other night of the week, so it didn't matter, but it was Friday, you know?
Yo, look. Now go ahead. Finish what you were going to say.
No, you're right. It was just like, fuck, it's Friday. Like, I get to be more crazy because it's Friday, you know? It's not Thursday. Nothing. It didn't. So we wanted to do Friday, early evening, to be that lifeline, to be that, you know, net, to be like, you know what, maybe I'll stay home, and maybe Jarrod will be.
Yo, and that is an excellent idea, and I'm glad you said Friday, because right now is the pregame time. You know what I'm saying? Like, of course, it's a little bit of time difference, but here, and I don't know how y'all operated, but we would get drunk before we got drunk. You know. So right now was pregame hours, where you sit back at somebody's place before you head out, and you already there, so you don't have to spend too much money in the establishment. So, you know, I think this is perfect timing to have this conversation. So if anybody is in that sober, curious space, that they can say, well, damn, maybe I'll just listen to them instead of picking this up today, right? Because even though we got a little time under our belt, it's still one day at a time. You know, that monster's always sitting there waiting for that mindset slip up. You know?
Exactly. And maybe just maybe tonight, you know, it's the weekend. So like the 4th 100%. Is on what? Sunday, but that's a Sunday. So Monday's the holiday. It's a 4-day fucking weekend. Excuse my language, not really. But that's 4 days for you to go get at it. Now, let me tell you,
Right.
tonight's going to happen. And usually tomorrow you're going to wake up, you're going to be feeling like shit. You're going to either drink the hair of the cat or whatever, eat whatever, and start to feel better. But what happens? What's in that cycle? Maybe, maybe you don't. You take one less drink tonight if you're curious. Maybe tomorrow you wake up feeling a little better, or maybe you go all out and you wake up in the morning and say, fuck, you know what? What message did I get from them? What did I
Right.
hear? What did that make me feel? Maybe tonight I don't really, like we're setting a seed also for curiosity, just to maybe there's something different or brighter or lighter, or throw out words, just
Lovable, cool, like it's so much more to life.
grounding, peaceful.
Yeah. It's peaceful, man. Like
Redemption,
all of that shit. Because I'd be damned, I wake up in the morning and not know what I did last night.
right? Or who you talked to, who you gave your number, how much you ate. Oh my god, and and you won't, and because you have a beautiful woman in your house. Two, you have your wife and your daughter, and you have yourself, and you owe it to yourself, and you have a fucking friend like me, dude, and I will kick your ass.
100%. Hey, look, I won't put my hands on you, but I'll probably pick you up and squeeze you or something.
You better, you have to, and squeeze the shit out of me, please. Like,
what are you thinking? All of that.
Real, and then like, and the fact that, you and I we get to go deep. We get to have these conversations. We get to tell the story. We get to say my best friend overdosed. We get to say my sister, we get to say my daughter. We get to, okay. And we never say I anymore.
Nah. And I got to get out of that, I know just in certain times when I'm speaking from my experience, like I try not to, it's got to be always inclusive. But then I also know when it's like, well, shit, I did such and such, so you may not have to go through that, right? But it's always a we thing, because we get stronger together. We move as a unit. That's what this movement is about. So, I love that this is being the first of many conversations, too, with the intentions to grow and involve more people. And the way I envision this shit is like a massive army of people, like redeeming themselves, moving across the world, right, towards a common goal of recovery and picking up the person next to them. That end result. And if I had to say, you sit down and you talk business, say, well, what's the call to action? Well, that's it. Pick somebody up that you may not know, and just drop them some message that you think they might need to hear in that moment. Plant the seed, let it resonate. They'll be back. You'll be right there like, man, I knew you was coming. How can I be of service to you?
And your friend, I think it's trash can cut.
That's Brandon. What's up, bro?
Hi, buddy.
Hey, my guy.
He's in the Army. We know that.
Yeah, I got real close to the screen so I could squint and see it.
Oh, Steph, get him some glasses. What you just said, if I didn't have those people back then to pick me up, send me a word, to you, just as a sober woman, shot me back years and years and years and years, and thank you, because maybe I forget sometimes. Yes, I'll do this. Yes, I'll share. Yes, I'll go to a meeting. Yes, I'll do anything. But do I ever really just say, hey, maybe use your voice like you do on a larger scale to try to get everyone together, but maybe call that person and just check in.
Yeah.
Right? And maybe not go so deep for the jugular, Eden, because maybe take a few steps back and be like, how are you? Not like, you know what? I don't think you should drink tonight. Don't do it. And if you do, go fuck yourself, because call me in the morning, because you're going to be feeling like shit.
100%. 100%. And I think, man, I don't know. I know at times, right, it can seem so difficult to like shoot that text or phone calls. I know myself, and sometimes like I think I'm bothering somebody. Like, oh, I haven't heard from this person. Like, man, I don't want to bother them. I don't want to be a pest. But then once I got on this side of recovery, it's like, damn, that I got an opportunity to assist somebody. However that looks. So sometimes I'll shoot a simple, Facebook message, IG, DM, text, phone call. Like, hey, how are you? That's it.
Yeah, because you of all people know, I'm trying to get these words out of here, know how we in addiction and people who are even curious isolate or
Right.
stay away from the ones on the other end like you, or like me.
Right.
So yeah, you're absolutely right. And we, although we are human, and I hate to say it sometimes, but bothering someone, what does that even mean?
I don't know. And I think that's just like an insecurity of mine, right? That now that I'm about to do this deep dive and self-assessment, it might be like one of those fears of rejection type deal. Like you send the message and don't get a response, or it's like, well, damn, I shouldn't have messed with them. Or you send the message and you get the one word answer. So you're like, all right, maybe.
But then they're in their shit way deeper than you thought.
Yeah.
And if you send a message and you don't get the response, you of all people, when you lead from love and me, and when we're connected to source, it doesn't matter.
Right.
So you're right. When we are in our human forms and our human selves is when our ego steps in, and you know what, I'm not gonna do that because that person might not respond, or maybe excuse my language, really.
No, do your
shit.
thing. This
okay,
is
I'm
the,
gonna stop
the truest
apologizing. Like,
raw authenticity. Say it
fuck
again.
all that shit. Like, if you're in your source, we're in the source,
Yes.
and we put it out there, and it all is just going to set, and what will flow back to us, and just maybe that one message might save that person's life. Just maybe
100%.
that one, oh, I'm scared because they're not, and I'm not talking to you, I'm talking with you. I'm scared because, they're not going to respond, or I'm bugging them. Fuck that. That might just change the projection of the rest of their time here on Earth. Right? I don't know.
That's how I had to start moving. Like I had to get out of
you
self.
do it.
Right. Lead with love, and wherever that lands, like I just shoot it out. Because it's genuine. I genuinely do care. I really want to know how you're doing. You tell me good, hey.
I'm here. Hey. So Strength and Time has
I'm back.
amazing question. Strength and Time says, what, honey? Strength and Time says, what do y'all feel? I love that. I'm speaking as she's writing. Oh, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. Go ahead.
Oh, what do y'all feel are the biggest benefits of sobriety?
You want to go first?
Yeah. I'm thinking. I'm like, wait.
Go ahead.
No. Okay. The biggest benefits. Okay. I'm kidding. Biggest benefits to sobriety. One. I'm sitting here right now. How about that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm of sane, for the most part, mind. I'm able to communicate with my friend, with my soul brother, and share experiences. Are you okay? Is it my phone?
Yeah, I'm good. Madam, somebody keep it's mine. It's mine. I keep getting phone calls, and I'm trying to get out of here.
Oh, okay. It's okay. Marcus Block is in the room.
My guy. What's up, Marcus?
My brother. So, so this is more just me bringing it back to the present time, right? What are the benefits in society? In sobriety. I don't have to recreate my childhood anymore. I don't have to do that to my kids. I don't have to, they didn't, or at least for the last 9 years, and my daughter's 16, my son's 14, They don't know that girl. You know, you don't know that girl. Sorry. I get to wake up and breathe fresh air. I get to hear the birds sing. I get to not, think like, oh my God, why do I feel like shit? I'm like depressed. I'm miserable. Hello, you just drank a life night worth of alcohol, a depressant. Meanwhile, you're taking antidepressants. Something in life is not working here. So now my life is actively working, and I wake up and I get to be present and still and look at the tree and check in, our live morning IGs. And I get to make sure that I look after and take care of. And I say, no, fuck you. And I get to say, no, I love you. And I get to say, yes, I would appreciate that. And I get to say, Jarrod, thank you. The fact that you offered your handout to me, I do need your help. And I get to put my shield, my fucking armor down. Here I go. And it hurts like hell. My armor, and open my heart and be real. And be real, and not take the drink. Fuck, you got me there, Jarrod. Take the drink and cover it all. I don't have to feel that. Now I have to go deeper, okay? So I'm not saying that being sober is easy. I'm simply saying that I have to go deeper. I have to say this was a problem, and I had a fix. I had a quick fix, and I continued to have that quick fix, and now I don't have that anymore. And what does that look like? And why does your heart hurt, Eden? And why do you put up the shield, Eden? And why do you have to pretend? I don't pretend. And why do you have to feel like you have to be more than you really are? So the benefit of being sober for me is that I have to feel, I have to figure out why. I have to understand. I want to share. I want to love. I want to have experiences like this with my friends. I want to have a significant other. I don't want my kids, it's not about them, but like they do. They look at mom like, oh, the forever single lady. And back in the day with my liquid courage, I was the biggest player ever. I walk in the room, I set my eyes on what I want, and I make it happen. And then the next day, I'm good. Don't call me. And like all, I have lost mojo, but that's not real mojo. Like, who the fuck am I? And it's still 9 years going strong.
Hey.
But it's fucking phenomenal because you get to be crazy. You get to have friends like Jarrod and his wife. You get to live. You get to be in Boston and Marcus is still on here. You get to see people. You get to experience. You get to do whatever the fuck you want in a way that you said, yes, I can, and yes, I will because I can.
Hey.
It's by choice. It's by design.
Right.
And that's a long story. Ain't short. Now, why do you feel like sobriety is beneficial?
That was fire. That was fire. I loved it. I love it. So the biggest benefits of sobriety, for me and myself, it's being able to feel was the first thing, right? I had spent so long running from feelings, and my cousin's actually running that Strength and Time page, man. So he could chime in, and he knows this, like. The jail terms, the drug dealing, the using of the drugs, the alcohol, it was all to not feel. Like I didn't want to, man. I didn't care. I didn't relationships. You talked about the player. I was the biggest player. I didn't know what the hell love was. I just thought because we said I love you, like that was it, and it was, well, shit, I see what I like, smooth talk my way and do what I do, and I just didn't care. I was like out to hurt people, man. So now in sobriety, like I just love people. I love seeing people do well. I love feeling love, like you know what I'm saying? Like all of that. That's the biggest thing. And then I think on top of that, I can move around freely, right? I don't have somebody that's looking for me, checking for me to bring them money, or I'm short on a pack, or I gotta be paranoid because I was doing something I wasn't supposed to. Like, I used to drive by DUI stops now and beg a cop to search me and pull, hey man, look, I'm sober, give me the breathalyzer, like, let's do this. And I've never got one yet, I drove up to him like, bro, just please do it. Like, come on, like, once. It's little things like that. And then to tie it all in, you know, beyond me just being here, like I'm just beyond grateful to be alive. You know, at the end of the day, if nothing else works out, period, man, everything falls apart tomorrow, I'll fall back and say, man, I'm just grateful to be here. Because I know how difficult it was. Like, there was a time where I didn't want to be. And that's where I always keep my bases at. The birds, the trees, the wind, the sun, like all of that shit. I'll never take it for granted again. Forever. And tapping into that space with sobriety and what that's offered me, I can't replace it with no drug, no drink, you know? It's such a beautiful thing. And that, like you said, it's not always easy. You know, I deal with some shit. I just know how to cope better. I know how to think things through. I know how to wait it out and let the universe and God kind of work things out, because that was another big thing, is that you never truly know what's working for you behind the scenes, right? Because all the disastrous shit is put in your life to knock you off a course. Once you fall into that and start following around, your blessings and everything set for your life move further away. So that's what drugs and alcohol was. It was that, but I had this beautiful life waiting on this side. So now when those troubles come, it's like, all right, well, let me sit, let me go through this. What am I to learn? I learned it. Cool. What's the next lesson? And you keep it moving. So having those tools to navigate life now is also a huge benefit of recovery and sobriety.
I have to say that your school of life, you've learned. I mean, we've learned, we learned, all of us. But you have. I would imagine that your soul, your energy, your essence, your existence has always been the same. So that little boy in you that, you know, was sitting in jail and was hurting and was numbing and didn't like people, like really did, because you love so hard and you love so well and you care so much in this very grounded, calm sort of way. You just you roll through it, you push, you know, not even push hard, you do life well, Jarrod. You really do. And you're solid for us. Like, you're one of my people, and it could be it could be, I don't know what it is. It is the universe who brought us together, and the universe
100%.
keeps us like strong. But as I hear you and I listen to you and I watch you, like you gotta know. And I think deep down, I know you know, but deep down, you know, like, you do life fucking well. You give it, you love it, you do lead with love. Like, fuck. And how lucky am I that these people keep coming into my life? Like, I get you, I get to meet Marcus, I get to have those conversations, I get, you know, this morning, I don't know how long you were on, but afterwards, I like, what? There's a benefit of being sober. We are calling each other in.
Right.
And we're present for that.
It's such a beautiful gravitational pull. And once you connect it, the opportunities are endless. And that's just with like being connected and understanding one another, right? So now my mind is open, my heart is open. I'm learning about new experience, because what we have in common is that social glue, right, of alcohol and drugs. But beyond that, it's like, wow, like, this is a beautiful human being that just had some problems. Like, shit, I was crazy. I'm crazy.
That's what, and that's why we also stay connected. But think about it. So when back in the day, or those of you that are sober curious or whatever it may be, here's just a few thoughts that when you were talking, you keep coming up. The idea of we sort of see what we see because that's what we know, right? So we're not when we were both using and drinking, of course, that's the world you're in. So there's chaos around you.
100%.
But you don't get it because you only know what you know.
Right.
So now step on the other side of it and say, well, of course this is happening, right? Because we're in it. We only know what we know, and this is what we know right now, and this is what we live, and you are a mirror of me, and I am a mirror of you, and so we're resonating in that space. So those of you that are curious about what space you're in and why it's happening to me, maybe just think for a second. You only know what you know, and maybe you need to change what you know.
Yeah, and to add to that, we started off talking about mindset. And the biggest mindset hack for me with sobriety and recovery, I was like, all right, I mentally dragged myself to believe that there was nothing else to life, right? Like there was nothing else for me. I was in this pit, this dark space, and I was never gonna get out of it. So I beat myself into depression. Just mentally, like mentally plugged myself into this space. And that's when it hit me like, man, if I could do that, why can't I mentally take myself in the opposite direction? Like, what is the opposite of insanity? You know what I'm saying? What is the opposite of darkness? It's light, it's love, it's great, gratitude, like all of those things. And that's where I tapped in. I'm like, yo, that's it. That's it. It starts here and then goes here. Well, actually, it starts in the heart because without the heart pumping blood, none of this shit works anyway.
Right.
So,
And that, so,
so yeah, that was a huge puzzle piece, was just learning how to change my mind to grow.
so I'm hearing this sort of hack, and I've been told this too. Like, look, so our program was off, right?
Oh,
I mean,
100%.
so
My joint had a virus.
right. Yeah, it did. And someone asked a question, so we'll get to that. But our programs are off, and so it's almost like you're programmed to, say yes and to go here and to do this and to do that. But that program's off, so like you might want to switch programs because the outcome over there, right? So
Yeah.
for hearing it out, like maybe do the opposite.
Right. Like what a thought.
Right? just as a game. Let's just play a game for those of you that are curious. When you always go for the drink, or you always go for the, oh my God, I'm feeling this, I'm gonna get the drink, and oh my God, I feel so much better. Like whatever your thing is, which usually, that's the thing. Like, what am I feeling? Oh, I don't want to feel that. Oh my God, okay, I have a good way of shutting that shit down, and done. How about we flip the narrative? Like, okay, I'm feeling all these things. Okay, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. Say it 3 times because your brain needs to hear. I'm not going to do that, and I'm going to make a different choice just to play the game, right, Jarrod? We're just going to play.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to make a different choice for today, for tonight, for right now. And I'm gonna go this way. And I don't know, maybe I need to call Jarrod because all my friends are fucking drinking and they're high, and I need to get the fuck out of here because this download is not. So hey, Jarrod, buddy, I need your help. Cool. Oh my God, how easy was that? At least
right.
But as an example, because sometimes people have a really hard time thinking, well, I can't do that. That's so hard. I even remember being in my first 6 months of sobriety. I'm like, how are these people saying 5 years? What? How are people even getting past 2? I am so. And I'm like, today, I'm sorry. I don't even think that way. But just for the second of that moment in that space, that like it's so like, oh, I'm gonna go. Oh no, I'm not going to.
Yeah, you just fall back, and that too, right? That other mindset hack was like, fam, I've tasted every beer you could name, every liquor. That shit had 2 effects: cool for a little bit, blacked out stupid, and then like shit the next day. Like I never want to experience that again. Like I already know. Like I know the end result of this.
Did you not throw up like I did all the time?
My God, yo, I was a pro. I would throw up and keep it moving. Like that shit was terrible. Like it was the most awful way to live, like humanly possible, man. Like, oh my God. And like ironically enough, like where I'm sitting at in this little office space, as I look around, like this area is really grown. And man, we used to rip and run these little walkways right here all day and all night. Like that was it. Bar hop from one spot to another. And it's to the point now, like, man, I don't even have to step foot in there. Like I already know. But what I don't know, right, is experiencing life on the other side. Like, what's next? It's a rap song. I don't know if you heard it. It's called Levels. You know what I'm saying? It's a hip hop song. It says levels to the shit.
I'm 48 doesn't mean I don't know.
Look, no, I was not saying.
What?
I think it's Meek Mill. If somebody know what song that is, it might be Meek Mill. I could be wrong.
Meek Mill or Meek Milf?
Meek Mill. Meekmill. Meek Mill. And
well,
it's
thank you both for a great hour. What an awesome way to start our holiday weekend.
That's the homie Amanda. What's up, y'all?
Thank you for being here with us.
100%.
Got to add some comedy and love and some just fun to the craziness of the truth, because we know how real it gets.
Yeah, you got to.
Brother, what's the rap song?
It's just called Levels. So in the song, I didn't really catch it, right? Like, I don't know none of the words, so we not going. In the song, man, he talks about being like, it's levels to this shit. So you start here, then you want to go here, and you want to go here. So I bring that up to say, like, I didn't really grasp the songs. I would just rap along and vibe with it until I started hitting recovery, and it's like a one day at a time, then 1 year, and then after 5 years, this starts getting better, and you start having these ideas, and clarity starts, and now 8 years in, it's like, oh shit, this is the next level, right? And then after that, like, you bringing in more, it's levels, like you just naturally start gravitating and moving up, no matter how long the timeline takes, right? Because it's just one day at a time. But if I show up every day, stay consistent, lead with love, those levels,
you
start
gather
popping.
your strength in your time.
That's it.
You get, and I mean, so you see, that's an interesting concept, because you just broke down time and one day at a time, and then you sort of had this collective amount of energy. I don't know what to call it. But then in actuality, it's that moment to moment, and like, okay, so what does 8 years look like? What is 9? What is, these people have 10, 20, their lives are just living moment to moment sobriety, clarity. Like, let's take away the concept of maybe time, you know?
That's it.
Yeah. It's super fucking powerful.
It is, man. I don't know about you, but I am gassed right now. Like, I am super pumped up and ready to tackle this weekend, doing nothing. Sober as hell and just chilling, man.
And Jarrod, we did our this is our first live
one.
The first of many. And so let's just throw out a few. You know, we're going into the weekend, but also like just a setting the stage for what's to come ish. Like, I hope that we, you know, start with one a week. Not hope. We are going to do one a week, and it's going to be you and I talking, and we're at some point we're going to bring in amazing guests, or just guests, no matter what, who, what. You know what I'd like to, for some reason, when I was with you guys in Clubhouse and it was all boys and me, and you guys were all about like, I'm going to be real. You know, here's a girl from Beverly Hills, who's humble, but like they're going hardcore and talking jail time and this and that, and I'm like, my ears are up and my heart's pounding and I'm crying and I'm like, fuck, and they're so raw. Like, I want to be part of that, not the actual active. I mean, I have this like pull to it, because I want to understand that depth of ouch and lonely and scared and fuck. Mm-hmm. So I want to pull that in. I want to pull in girls from who sit in their, you know, top. Is that me? No, that's not me. Of me, a way different version of me, but like people like on all different extremes. And then, yes, you know, the people who are just kind of home and they came home from work, and day to day they do the same thing, and they just go for the drink after a long day at work on autopilot, you know. So like all extremes. I want you and I to just go to all different places together and just fucking have fun with it too, because it's a serious thing, and not making light of it by any means. But when my dad was dying, Jarrod, he would joke about like, I need more stationery, because he's the guy on the top of the hill writing, you know, gift cards with like his name on it, and I need more stationery, but don't get too much, because he's not going to be here much longer. And I'm like, Dad, that's not fucking funny. Meanwhile, it's fucking hysterical because what the fuck are we doing? And so if we think we have this amount of time, yet we don't. We have this much time, right? We don't know.
Mm-hmm.
We have no idea the concept of time and what it looks like. So what do we want to do with that time? And yes, this is a serious fucking subject, and you and I are ready to take it on. But I also want to bring some joy and some joy because I lack that sometimes, you know. And I want us to be able to play and laugh and show. I want what those two have. Why are they laughing? I don't know. We haven't drank in fucking 9 years, maybe. No, it is that serious, but it's also not that serious because what the fuck are we doing here anyway? Let's just, however we want to do it, let's do it.
Yeah, and it just comes so natural, right? This shit wasn't like pre-planned. We just hopped on like, hey man, let's impact some people before the holiday weekend. Cool. Yeah. Let's do it.
We pre-planned the fact that we wanted to do this. At some point, we wanted to do this. Mm-hmm. And we haven't, you know, I've been in Boston. I've been not feeling well. We check in every day, just a little. And then the energy. All right. Oh my God, it's 4th of July. Oh, okay. Yep.
That's it.
Yep. Because you and I say I show up when we need to. You show up always. Hands down. And like I always say, just show up and the magic fucking happens. And you are magic.
Listen, and that feeling is mutual because you definitely show up and it's almost, I think, like that's still that energy thing. I'll be thinking about you. Like, all right, you know, she busy, she this and that, and then boom, the voice memo will hit. I'm like, oh, look at that.
You're
right
like,
on time.
This lady that I said, like, she doesn't know her rap music, but damn, she's
Man, you cool as hell, man. That's why we vibe.
I love you. See, you guys, this is why sobriety is fucking cool. Because we get to say, I love you and mean it.
I love you. And I know exactly what that means.
It's a beautiful life and an acceptance of who we are together. And we're here. We're gonna do this. We're gonna create, and we welcome. Right? I mean, I know I speak for him because we speak very similar. Like we want to keep that momentum. We want to hear the not so funny, and maybe I might crack a joke because it's funny, and maybe it takes that pressure off. And like, oh, but why did I do? You know, maybe who knows? It's just
right.
Life.
It's just getting it started, and then like you were saying, you know, opening the conversation to others and trying to hear where they are in their current situations is a wonderful thing. So take this as an open invitation.
Yes.
Right? You know, DM, I think my phone number might even be in my bio personally. Like, just hit me. You know, join the conversation. Let's assist whoever, however, whenever.
No fear. I promise you, Jarrod, hands down, you reach out, he is responding. And I hope that everyone knows that for me. Like, I try not to skip a beat because why? I don't understand. If somebody reaches out to you, first of all, this is me going on a little tangent, have fucking respect to speak back. Like, I never know anybody that reaches out to me, even if they're like maybe they're talking to me for the wrong reasons. I engage and then I figure out where I'm at with it. But I would never. Who does that to people? Nobody should do that to people. So that being said, especially I guess we're just here. We're here over this weekend. We're here today. If you're having a moment, if you want to just fucking laugh or say something, Eden, can you just say something stupid? Yes, I will. I'm happy to.
Salad. Oh my God, a frog just jumped in my throat. Salad.
But see, would that be funny if the frog came out of your throat?
I'd probably die.
God forbid.
Yo, a frog hop out of my throat, I am dead. Right here on camera, it is over.
It's great. So I'm going to just throw out a couple of books because we can, if you need them. Daily reflections. If you are in the 12-step program, great. If not, there are so many other ways, and Jarrod and I will get into all those other ways that you can actually heal and, you know, day by day, take your journey of sobriety, whatever that means to you. But these are the 12 steps and 12 traditions. And then, of course, we don't really go anywhere, which
that's
I probably...
big book.
I probably could use a good reading. There's notes in here and I don't even, what? Oh, someone gave me this book. That's so sweet of them.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah,
What?
oh, they didn't write the year. Alex. Oh, this might be Alex Patty. He was on here with us. This is what he said. Dear, may you find the key to living. I hope this book helps. There are no accidents in God's world. Remember that. I love you. Love,
Oh man, that's awesome.
Patty. So you were on here. I love you. I think I'm not, but that's okay.
No, that is amazing.
What does your book say? I know you're going for it.
I was trying to find it, but I don't have it in my backpack. So what I do, I have my gratitude journal where I write down like my goals for the day. I have a prayer that I say like twice in there, but on the front of it, it says, "You're still sober. Keep that shit up."
Yeah.
So it's like my reminder every day when I flip it open first thing in the morning, and you know what I'm saying? I'm jotting down my ideas for the day. It's like, yo, I am still sober.
That's
Let's get this day popping.
You're looking for some new art. That's a good tattoo. You're still sober. Keep that shit up.
Ready. I'm gonna go get lead with love first.
I'm doing that with you. Don't do that without me.
All
I mean,
right.
we can FaceTime. We can go live doing it together. Kathy says, I love everything about this. I'm going to take a walk with my grandson. I love and adore you both. Thank you for this time. Kathy, we love you. And thank you for just being here. We're going to be here. And
Kathy is solid. And I know she was saying her daughter, you know, is on that sobriety journey. So much love to her as well.
yeah, I think Kathy, yes, our history goes way back, I think, to the crazy RHOBH days when I showed up as a sober girl and got attacked, and she and I started the conversation. And so that was what,
Yeah.
that was, oh my God, I'm 9 years sober. Oh no, that was only 4 years ago.
I'm still never watching that show.
You're never watching.
I'm never watching that shit.
Yes, of course you watch yours truly, but you don't have to. Here it says, I'm going to open it. Do you have a book in front of you? And we're going to just do this before we say goodbye. Oh, Crystal wants a hoodie with that saying. Go to Strength and Time, at Strength and Time, and eat, right? And you have all these hoodies. Go through my Instagram on the top. You can lead them there because you know it.
So on the top of Eden's page, there's a link tree. And I want to say my website, the Strength and Time website, is at the bottom. If you can't find it there, of course, you can go to @Strength and Time, and my link tree is right there, and it says clothing and blog or something of the sort once you click the link tree, but it's pretty easily accessible. Like any support's always greatly appreciated.
And that hoodie will be on at Redeem Yourself. And of course, because we haven't even gotten to the universal hoodie and the message and the collective unconscious, we will get there. And we will be creating a lot more to open different conversations to have had and play and joy and cry and talk and whatever the hell else you want to do with it. But
a beautiful journey on the horizon.
Incredible. Do you have a book in front of you of any sort?
No. Okay. So I got one.
Okay.
I have one.
Feel it, flip it, open it. What does that say? Discover
your spiritual gifts. Did you hear me?
Oh, say it again. Sorry.
Discover your spiritual gifts.
Open that up to where it's calling you, brother.
All right, well, I'm going to go ahead. The first page that I flipped to, you want me just to read like a little excerpt out of it, or how are we doing this?
Whatever's calling you.
So this says, being everything that God wants you to be.
Mm-hmm.
And this should sound about right.
That pretty sums up today's Redeem Yourself podcast.
Yeah, I mean, like, we're here.
Right? We're here. Thank you. We're here.
Yeah, like I think that the man upstairs is aligning this on some type of pathway, and I'm being graciously and carefully open to listening to everything that is on this road and this recovery journey.
I love you. I'm going to set myself into leading with love because you taught me that when we had our first real live heart to heart. And that was very powerful for me. And I forget sometimes, right? I forget. I'm human.
We all do. We still human.
Yeah. And I don't like to be there that often. So when I get turned into I like to be you guys, my avatar. I like to be my avatar self. I like
Right.
to know my avatar self. That's where you and I connect, because you know that avatar. And she's in the human form. She can look at the avatar and be like, she's nuts, right? She's
Hmm.
nuts, but she's fucking amazing, and I love her. And when I'm not her, I'm like, oh God, what am I doing?
And that's the vibe, man. And I hate when I step out of myself, and like we talked about my situation at the work environment, man, and that it's easy for me to get drawn out of character. But then I go back to my reasons for being grateful and know that there's so much bigger, through this other side of this door, right? And that's what recovery's taught me.
That's what we're doing, and that's what we're going to be doing every Friday. And as you say this, because we get human, and we get human every day. It's the idea of
Hmm.
how to tap out of this and into that space of grateful gratitude and one with source, that makes us tick. That magic is happening. And so maybe, Jarrod, just maybe, and I know we went over today and we'll try not to, maybe 3 or 4 days a week we'll just have a quick 15-minute tune in, like
Check in. Yeah.
involved, just because it's so important. I forget to lead with love, and I verbally go at my son, when I'm not me. Poor kid thinks I'm like, whoa, things that really we probably would have done intoxicated or on something, and we do it in our human form that is not really connected to source. So for so many different reasons, I think that should happen, and we'll make it happen as anyone needs it or we see fit.
Most certainly. Most certainly. We'll definitely connect throughout the week and then make sure that we continue these conversations on Friday to get everybody weekend started properly.
And on the 4th, you know what I said? A 15-minute, because it is the 4th and someone might just need to hear it.
I'm with it. Let's
Okay.
lock that in. The 4th
Perfect.
it is.
We'll put out the time, and we'll put out a post, and we'll just do it. And if anyone has anything to share or wants it in private, DM Jarrod, DM Redeem Yourself. You know how to find me, hopefully the same way. Like, just know that we are no judgment. We are completely open and will be present in any way, shape, or form. And if it's maybe you don't want to talk to one of us, guess what? We have a ton of sober friends.
100%.
Now, so if anyone is on here and wants to say, like, I'm available, by all means, say it. And otherwise, if anyone, close it up. If anyone has anything to share, or kind of, I don't know how.
Shit, I mean, it's the first one. We've been rocking for damn near over an hour now.
Yeah, really, 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 just right. It's just right. And as I sit here, I'm gonna just let you.
What a way to end it out. Now that's beautiful. At peace.
And then you get me.
Now that's beautiful. At peace.
I love you.
I love you too, and I'll be looking forward to chopping it up on Sunday. Rock it out.
And much love to Strength and Time and Stephanie.
Yeah, let's go. The
Girl,
whole gang.
It's Saxton, right?
Saxton, yeah. She running around here somewhere. I gotta go find her.
I call her Saxton, excuse me, and just say, Eden, gather yourself. Saxton.
It is all good. It's all good.
Ask Louie. Thank you for being here with us, Louie.
Yeah, much appreciated to everybody that, if you just popped in for 2 minutes or stayed the whole time to rock out. I know time is so important to each and every one of us, so I'll never take any amount of time you spend listening to my crazy ass talk. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's love. It's love. Greatly appreciated.
It's the best. I'm so grateful for you and everyone else. And Louis says, thanks for sharing, just in case. Strength and Time. Love y'all. Salute.
I got. Yes, sir.
I know. Yes. I had a thought, and I will share this, you guys. I will keep it up. Eden's vulnerability and transparency. Thank you always, all of us. That's how we do it, Louis. That's we're gonna, yeah.
That authenticity piece.
It just is. Like, I don't even. They're just. Thank you. How about that? how we roll, and especially when I'm in his presence, this man across the screen from me, it's more so because again, it's that avatar place, and I have no other option but to be my true authentic self. So for that, I'm forever grateful for you, my soul brother. You like how
Likewise, babe.
the brother? I mean, is that is that
Now
what it
that
was?
shit is fire. It's got a little twang to it, like you grew up where we from in the South.
I had maybe, but I want, yeah, you know, my spirit was, yeah. We're here, and we're gonna lead with love, and we're gonna talk Sunday, and we're going to be present for anybody that needs us and ourselves, most of
That's
all.
it.
Okay?
Redeem yourself. Let's go.
Redeem.
Let's
Thank
go.
you,
Well,
Jarrod.
thank you.
Talk to you.
Appreciate it.
Talk to you later. Second Sunday.
That's what it is. Love you.
I love you. Bye, family. Stay sober, at least for today.
That's it. One day at a time, right?
Lead with love.